Princess Peach, an iconic character in the Mushroom Kingdom, but she doesn't have many games that you play as her. At least, that's what I thought. I am the Game Collector, and this is Second Opinion Games, and today I show you just a crap ton of games that you can play as Princess Peach.
Second Opinion Games.
Princess Peach Showtime was the latest game that you got to play as the princess, and this is full of Nintendo magic, where you could be a ninja or a cowgirl or maybe even a fencer as you hack things down to size in this what seems to be a play that you're putting on for other people. It is a heck of a lot of fun. Heck, Princess Peach even knows her main role here to make us a bunch of cakes and cookies and lots of tasty treats, unlike her other game that she starred in, Super Princess Peach for the Nintendo DS. In this game, you control her emotions, as if women could actually control them for themselves, where you could become really angry and burn things up, or maybe run a little bit faster by crying or watering plants to make them grow. Maybe you could become super happy and start singing. This feels like a little bit of a Kirby game here too, because you have to swallow your enemies in order to recharge your power-up meter, so you can't just spam the heck out of them. I think this is the very best Princess Peach game out there, and if you have a DS, it's a no-brainer to add it to your collection. Of course, Super Mario Bros. 2 was the game that pretty much everyone played as only Princess Peach because she was by far the best character. I'm playing it on the Super Nintendo here because I really like the All-Stars version. It cleans up the graphics, just makes everything a little bit better. However, if you look over to the Game Boy Advance, you have an entirely new game with a bunch of new challenges. It actually encourages you to play through every single level because you want to have all the collectibles that you could possibly find in this game in order to 100% complete it. Because Mario games really did start to become completionist games, and it also adds a voice to Princess Peach. And did anyone else find it weird that this bug looks up Princess Peach's dress? Of course, I don't think Mario minded at all, because when Princess Peach fell in this warp pipe, well, he jumped in after her just to look up her skirt. He then turns his head to say, like, no, I'm not really looking, but we all know he's looking. And this seems to be the perfect game for those people like furries out there, because you get to see Peach in a cat suit, and I personally love a girl in a good cat suit. Also, I think she plays a little easier than some of the other characters because of the whole hovering thing that she had from Super Mario Bros. 2. It is kind of weird to see Peach play better than Mario in his own game, let alone two of them. The Mario Kart series was the very first time I've seen a woman drive really well, and in this game, Double Dash, well, you could have two princesses at once, and you get to also explore their power-ups, where they have the power of love. I guess it acts as a shield. It's really quite cool, and they handle unbelievably well, just like a good princess should. Heck, I even like the arcade version. This is Mario Kart GP Arcade 2, and it is unbelievably fun to play as Princess Peach, just to hear the announcer talk about her in over-the-top ways, because I never get enough of hearing Princess Peach is on top. She's an avid sports ball fan, too. Check out NBA Street V3, where you could actually play as the Mario characters amongst real-life professional NBA players. We knew Mario would be good at jumping and playing basketball, and Luigi's pretty tall, even though he's not nearly as tall as some of the other players. And Peach, unlike women in the WNBA, can actually dunk the basketball, and she does it with style. Mario Hoops 3-on-3 for the DS is more about dribbling and trying to get a whole bunch of points, but of course, Peach can dunk the ball here as well. This is a whole different type of basketball, and it's really not for everyone, but it's one of my favorite basketball games ever. SSX on Tour also has a sort of quasi-realistic version of the Peach, as she skis downhill and slides and grinds on things. Normally I would love this, but the way they forced her into the game just feels unnatural. You also don't see her face very much, which leaves me to believe that she was definitely a last-minute character thrown in here with zero effort whatsoever. And quite frankly, I don't really like SSX on Tour that much. I'm more of a tricky kind of guy. Mario, Sonic, and the Olympic Winter Games. There's really not much here that's actually good, but I do really like the downhill skiing, and Princess Peach actually skis better here than she did in the other game, and she can play freaking hockey. Hockey is a terrific game, and seeing her out on the ice really warms my heart. 2 years later, we got the Summer Olympics in Rio 2016, and this is a much better game. You could play volleyball, and of course, women's volleyball is terrific, and seeing Princess Peach do this is amazing. Just like rhythmic gymnastics, which is something I normally completely hate, but the Peachster looks as beautiful here as ever. Maybe she's not the best boxer though. She probably should not be in the ring. And when you're doing some archery, yeah, it's pretty freaking awesome. This is one of the most forgotten about games for the Wii U, and it's quite fun. Mario Golf Toadstool Tour proves that women can compete just as well as men in video game form, in golf at least, because she doesn't move closer to the golf hole as in other golf video games just because she's a girl, and she slams that ball so hard that it goes flying. I just love to see balls go in holes, and this is the very best game that it's done by a girl. Mario Superstar Baseball is also a really cool game with a twist to the whole baseball formula, as there's sometimes stuff up in the air. I didn't think they had enough Mario characters to just fill out all the teams, and seeing the Princess Peach pitch a fastball is unbelievable. I really figured her for more of a catcher than a pitcher, but she does a great job here, even swinging the bat like a total pro, and she even can use that special super power-up to make it so you can't see the ball at all. This makes it almost impossible to hit, making her the true strikeout queen. Super Mario Strikers is another character with a Peachster is one of the best in the games, with her super long legs and her agile speed, and she has the best ball handling skills of anyone out there on the field. She is almost guaranteed to score every single time she tries. And it might not be as hands-on as football. I think we're probably a couple years away from seeing it. Of course, she does get very physical in the Smash Brothers series because, quite frankly, when it comes to Smash, you want Peach to be there because she can hit hard. She wears a dress. I don't really know. I'm not super good at these Smash Brothers games, but I really do like the one for the GameCube because of some of the 2D aspects where you try to just maneuver from one side to the other. And yeah, it is quite a bit of fun to watch your friends go down by Princess Peach. My favorite video game where you play as Princess Peach, though, is probably Super Paper Mario. This RPG just snagged my attention from the very beginning, with the whole ability to move into a 3D world and back to 2D, all the puzzle-solving elements, and then when you got to unlock the princess herself and saw that she could hover across the sky and knock things down to size, you don't use her that particular much, but when you do, it feels totally magical. And that's why I say it's my favorite video game with her in that you play as, but not the very best game where you play as Princess Peach. For that, you might have to step away from video games. This is Mario Monopoly. You have two die here. One that's a standard 6-sided, and another one which is the power-up dice. Like the squid, you could steal coins from someone, or maybe the red shell, you could pick who you want to drop a bunch of coins. And the whole thing is playing for points. Every 5 coins you have, that's 10 points, but there's also boss battles here. So the first time you destroy all the boss battles, the game is over, which means if you're playing with 4 people, you only have to make it around twice for each person before the game's over, which means this game of Monopoly lasts about 15 minutes. Now, the star moves are what makes the game really stand out, though. And here is Mario, and his star move is roll the numbered die and collect that many coins from the bank. Standard. You have Luigi. Superstar ability is all other players skip their next power-up dice roll. Okay. Very simple. Donkey Kong here, steal 3 coins from each player. So what's Princess Peach? Collect rent from the bank for each property you own. That means that if there's 4 players, she's collecting 1/4 of the properties around. And if you're just playing with just 2 people, for example, well, that's half the board. Pretty much landing on the star one time could make you win the entire game. That makes Princess Peach the most overpowered Mario Monopoly player there ever was. And that's why this is the best game to play as Princess Peach of any of the other games. But of course, that's just my opinion. Thanks for watching.
Game server.
The winner is Peach! Massive victory!
Okay guys, so that's it for now for Second Opinion Games. I am taking a little bit of a break to give my new channel, Second Opinion TV, a little bit of breathing room. I'm going to cover everything from the 50s all the way up to 2010 when TV just really started to suck, quite frankly. And I'm even going to break down the rules of television. Don't worry though, I'm still going to take you guys' requests out there, just like this very video was requested by a viewer named Daphne, one of my few female viewers out there. So hopefully you guys can leave me a comment about your favorite video games, and maybe even you like to enjoy some good TV watching like I do. So until later, I will see you again, guys.